Hey, good day, good day, good day. Welcome to another edition of the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray. Glad you're here today on this special edition of the Rundown with Ramon. And why is it a special edition? It's a special edition because you're here. Every time you decide to show up and say, Ramon, I'm going to be here on the Rundown with Ramon, it becomes a special edition. So I'm glad you're here today. Well, all we ask on the Rundown with Ramon is one thing and one thing alone, and that's to help you live your best life or start or grow your business. If you're not following me on Facebook, do that. Not following me on LinkedIn, do that. Not following me on Twitter, do that. Not following me on YouTube, do that. Not checking us out across the platform, definitely want you to do that. Glad you're here watching the Rundown with Ramon. So good day, good day, good day. What's up, Thomas McMillan Jr.? Glad you're here, brother. Glad you're here. We got a fantastic episode for you today, and that includes something a bit more serious. Wall Street Journal had a whole issue about money, and I wanted to touch on that today. I don't have a lot to say about it, but I wanted to underline the fact that many people are kind of jacked up in their finances, jacked up in their money, and I felt to open the show today with that conversation. We're going to touch on that today. Good to see you here, Thomas, coming in from X. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about meet the millionaires next door who grew their wealth without a superstar job or a get-rich-quick tricks. Pretty simple how they did it and how we can all do it too. I need to do that. So I'm speaking about things I need to do. Mastering the sales cycle beyond cold calling for B2B success. We're going to touch on that. 4 traits of bad managers. Of course, advice from Seth Godin. One of his blogs says, omitting the herbs. If we have time today, we're going to talk about growing as a pain, the trials and tribulations of growing a small business. Touch on some insights about A/B testing. And curious, should you upgrade your iPhone? I don't know. Should you do it? Should you not? And again, depending on the time we have, how to keep your customers happy after the sale with the power of CRM. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com. RamonRay.com. Definitely check it out. Hey, Phyllis, glad you're here today. Good day to you. And check us out at zoneofgenius.com. If you haven't signed up for our email newsletter more, definitely want to do that. So welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. Let's get started right now. Ding, 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 ding. Wall Street Journal had an interesting article. And it started out by saying this: as Generation X approaches retirement, reality still bites. The forgotten generation, born between 1965 and 1980, launched their careers at the start of a massive shift in how Americans work. And the bottom line with how the shift happened is that it went into 401ks and other self-managed retirement platforms. See, before it worked where you work at a company, as I did at the United Nations, and you got a pension fund, you worked there for 20, 30 years, and you retired, and you got your pension, some consistent a percentage of the revenue that you made, plus Social Security, and you went away and lived your life and got old and died, and your kids, hopefully, and family took care of you in between. But with 401ks, there's a story here. A lady worked in different places. So her 401k was in different areas, 1,000 here, 10,000 here, 20,000 here, in different areas. The dilemma of this generation, Wall Street Journal writes, is that the money situation was different. Now there's Robinhood and Betterment and all these kind of different online apps. But today there is, but back then there was not necessarily. What's up? No excuse today. Glad you're here on the IG side. Deanna Lammerts is here always on the Rundown with Ramon. Deanna, so good to have you here. So this is the dilemma, writes the Wall Street Journal. I just wanted to unpack it today. I don't have a solution for you. But the article starts out by saying the oldest members of Gen X are turning 60 next year. That's me. I'll be 52 next year. So they launched their careers at the start of a massive shift in how Americans work. Companies moved from pensions that promise steady income after years of service to plans such as 401ks that place employees' retirement destiny in their own hands. I'm reading here from the Wall Street Journal. By some measures, Gen Xers are worse off financially than their baby boomer predecessors. The median household net worth of Gen Xers between 45 and 50-year-old was about $250,000 in 2022, about 7% lower than that of baby boomers. Makes an example here. David earns $35,000 a year as a school bus driver. He doesn't own property and has about $100,000 in retirement savings from his previous job. It's a different life than that of his parents who worked for decades for the sheriff's department and post office and received steady pension checks when they retired. The 401k makes things different, tied to the stock market. And if you're doing your own independent long-term investing beyond what your company puts in, you'll be fine. But if not, it may be a different ball game. Gen X is the first generation where they were mostly expected to figure out their retirement on their own, writes the Wall Street Journal. So I don't have an answer here, but it's a dismal picture showing that those of us who are between the age of 40 and 50, hitting 60, and maybe you didn't get ready for retirement, you're getting older now, you're in that 50-year-old range, and you're looking at 60, you're looking at 70, what do? Well, open up a business and try to generate revenue. Who wants to drive Uber at that age unless you have to? See what you can do with the skills you have and how you can increase revenue even as we get older. Wall Street Journal writes, when the stock market crashed in 2020 at the onset of the COVID pandemic, he and his wife pulled the money in his wife's 401k out of the market and into a money market fund. Now they have reinvested the money, but a greater portion of it into bonds than before. He has retirement savings a little over $1 million, but is that even enough? So my point today is it's kind of just a eye-opener that you as children, as younger, and you're working. What's up, Scott Simons? Glad you're here, brother. Glad you're here on the Rundown with Ramon. Hey, Phyllis, and again, glad you're here, Phyllis. So I don't have an answer. I don't have a solution to this, but I can say one thing and one thing alone. It's never too late until it is. Maybe you have to work a little harder. Ideally, you have to work a little smarter to get where you need to be financially. Deanna says here, Gen X, we are the generation of the figuring outers. We figured out the internet went from VHS to streaming, etc. We're prepared for the challenge. I sure hope so. And thank you for breathing hope into us, Deanna. But I know that, time is one thing we can't stop. We're all getting older. And as we get older, our bodies are going to be able to work less, or things we want to do more of. So I love that hope that Deanna shared. We can figure it out. I want to bring out another point here. Ding, 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 ding. Wall Street Journal had a series of articles where they talk about the American dream feels out of reach for most. And this is not a political issue, but I do think it's an eye-opener to those of us that are blessed and doing well with our income, with our money, with our journey of entrepreneurship, with the hope, as Deanna said, that we have. But for many people, that dream is just not there. They're working hand to mouth, and that hand has a little bit in it each time. They're not where they want to be financially. They're struggling day to day. That's the case of many Americans. And many, of course, around the world are living much different. We're talking about the American asset, the American dream. Hey, the musical web, glad to have you here. My admonition, my vision, my dream, my admonition for us, especially those of us who are younger, is to be smart about your money. Put your money aside in investable assets that can grow. Be smart about your money. Earn more money. Don't just work hard, but work smart. I hope this has been helpful to somebody. It was helpful to me when I read it, a reminder that, hey, it's good to earn an income, but remember, we're all getting older and we'll have to deal with it. Hey, K-Matt, glad you're here. Hey, Charles, glad you're here. Hey, the real Greg Walker, glad you're here. Hey, really? Hey, Ray, Alma's here. Hey, Alma, glad you're here. So listen, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Hey, Alexandria, don't want to open the show today with a depressive show, but the reality is there. Ding, 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 ding. Business Insider talks about meet the millionaires next door who grew their wealth without a superstar job or get rich quick tricks. My buddy Scott Simons, Carter Myers Automotive CMA in Virginia, talks about this. Building wealth. Nothing fancy, No tricks, no scams, just working hard, working smart, and then what you do with your money. Business Insider says not all millionaires have big houses, boats, or fancy cars. In fact, 6 of them told Business Insider their strategies to grow wealth and keep it are the exact opposite. One couple here has a net worth of 1.3 million. That's a millionaire status. He makes a decent living in real estate, saying he and his wife combined never made more than 200,000 a year with 2 kids and more. So for a decade, the Garys have stuck to a meticulous budget. They shop at Aldi, regular store. We're doing enough things right to have a significant margin in our lives so that 10 years of compounded efforts have put us on the fast track to where we want to be. They worked their way through college, graduated debt-free from a public university, and they have now the financial flexibility that they wanted because they put their money aside, they saved their money, grew their real estate career, put their money where they want, now can grow. Now they have a nest egg, and they can move forward. But the key here to grow wealth is to live below your means. All millionaires will tell you this. Warren Buffett and others live below your means. That's the way to build wealth. Live below your means. Flashy wealth is not the goal. Another person they're talking about here got into the habit of saving when he was little. His parents were rice farmers in China and immigrated. He was an average student, never had student debt because he graduated from a public university. He earned about $180,000 before retiring and is set to earn $100,000 a year in self-employment. He has a modest house, saved. He has financial coaching. He has a side income doing financial coaching and saves his money. We aren't flashy with our wealth because money isn't our ultimate goal. So as you're seeking to build wealth, I think a few things I'm getting out of this. 1, yes, earn as much money as you can. Dr. J.D. Lacey, Soundwave, K8, KB8 is here. Earn, yes, you have to earn. 2, you notice most people said they went to college, public colleges, and graduated with no debt. Number 2, save your money, but don't just save the money. Put it into vehicles that can appreciate that wealth, that can give you a higher interest, a higher rate of return on the wealth you have. If you have some sort of knowledge that you can monetize, maybe on the side, get a few clients and make more money there and live the life you want. This is important. So we've had 3 different articles here about, hey, there are hidden millionaires amongst us. Remember, millionaire does not mean you're uber rich and you're driving Lamborghinis all day. No, millionaire just means you have enough money for retirement and you're living a simple life still. And of course, it talked about how many people are afraid that they're missing out on, quote unquote, the American dream. And I get it. It talked about how this generation is a different generation we've had. But there's hope. If you're still breathing, there's hope. Earn more money, get a side business, but not just any side business. If you have some knowledge that you can monetize and work on a computer, work from home, learn new skills, AI is here and more. As Deanna said, there's always hope. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'm glad you're here today on the Rundown with Ramon. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com, RamonRay.com. Check us out at zoneofgenius.com. Sign up for all the things that we have as we work to help you live your best life and help you start or grow your business. Ding, 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 ding. How sales teams can use AI to follow up with leads. If you're not using some version of automation in your business, you are missing out. Yesterday, I sent an email to a subset of my premier, as it were, brand sponsors. And every email newsletter they opened up, I put an automatic trigger to follow up with them. That simple automation that all business owners can do. Those of us in business, if we want to work smarter and not harder, it's important that we figure out ways to compress our days to get most out of it. And there are simple things we can do with AI and more, especially small business automation, to take it to the next level. By the way, if you're hearing the sound of my voice and you're not using CRM, you're not using automation in your business, DM me. DM me CRM if you want more insights on that. DM me across the platform CRM if you want more information on that. So here's some ways that you can use AI for sales follow-up. One, rapid personalization. Tools like Conversica can fill in the gaps and analyze current and historical data to deliver personalized messages that inspire confidence or trust, it is, in your prospects. What's up? Jaffe Juice is here. Good to have you here. So that's one for the rapid personalization. Or the next time you're reaching out to a lead with a long interaction history, paste the entire interaction into ChatGPT and request a quick summary. Number two, unlimited availability. Whether a prospect is responding to cold outreach or asking a question that arises after a demo, you can be responsive. There are AI sales assistants that can help. What about increased capacity, writes our friends at HubSpot? A study by Brevet suggests that 80% of closed sales will require at least 5 follow-ups. When you leverage AI for follow-ups, you're outsourcing some of the work and increasing the number of opportunities you can juggle at any given time. So ChatGPT, again, and other chat or other AI tools come into play. The art of the follow-up. How to use AI for sales follow-ups. One, generate email responses. AI is a great tool to help you quickly generate a smart email response. Make content recommendations. There's a tool called Path Factory. This tool shows your sales team, granular data on what content their prospects are consuming. And it even uses this consumption data to recommend what assets they should send to prospects to keep the conversation going. Automate communications. Tools like Conversica can have complete conversations with prospects in a variety of channels. Number four, improve targeting. If you're not willing to hand over conversations to AI just yet, you can instead rely on the technology to help you prioritize which leads you should invest the most time in. There's so many tools, HubSpot, Salesforce, Keep, Zoho, and more that help you dive in. What's up, Dr. Will Moreland? Glad to have you here, brother. Which help you dive into your sales conversations, dive into your sales paths more, and let you know what prospects to focus on more. Summarizing meetings. I do this. We're seeing this more. Zoom has this built in. Otter does this. Fireflies do this and more. Meetings you're having, you have the hour Zoom meeting, summarize what the key points are. Improving messages. A tool like Gong helps you analyze how you and your sales team interact with prospects and more. So the point of this, people, is that AI can help you do these things more. AI can definitely help. Those of you who still have your head in the sands are like, no, we're not going to use AI. We're going to use humans. Well, you can keep doing that and realize that's why your competitors are trouncing you. AI is here to stay. It's only going to grow. And those of you who choose to adopt it and use it are going to be far ahead of the game than your competition. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I'm glad you're here today. Hope you're enjoying the show. It looks like you are by all the people we're seeing join us. Spread the word. Let people know the Rundown with Ramon is here to serve you, help you live your best life, or start or grow your business. All we ask is for about 30 minutes of your time to give you the things you need to know to get to the next level. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com, RamonRay.com. Let me know how I can serve you at your next big event or big conference. And definitely check us out at zoneofgenius.com. Dr. Landrew, welcome. Glad you joined today. Let's keep moving forward. Ding, 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 ding. Mastering the sales cycle beyond cold calling. Cold calling is one of those boring topics that are not talked about too much unless it's talked about. But it says here, once you have secured a meeting, you're on your way to your audition. In the first meeting, your contact will hope against hope that you will be able to create the value they need to move forward in their buyer's journey. We rely too much on just cold calling, says the article. It's rare to see the cold called experts offer anything important outside of their chosen area of focus. Too many salespeople, the article reads here from thesalesblog.com, fail the audition. The sales reps here reach out to me early next week, ensuring that they will never see this contact again. It's a sure sign you've wasted your time. But if you were to obsess over the first meeting in the same way you obsess over your cold calls, you will learn how to create value and make it easy to ask for a second meeting. So you have your second meeting. Now you're in a good place. What do you do? Now imagine that you were in deep discovery and you were asking questions about the client's company and their history. But because you did not research on the company the way you should have, or the industry, and you did not meet with any of your peers who have already figured out the industry, if you spent the same amount of time on research that you spent on cold calling, you'd figure out the right way to have the next conversation. Do your research, people. Do your research when meeting with people. If you had spent time on trying every new approach you find on LinkedIn, you would learn to address the strategic outcomes the client needs. Your role as a full cycle, this is the key, people, full cycle salesperson requires you to be able to handle every aspect of the sales conversation. This is important. It's a bit dry stuff, but if you're going to cold call Dr. Landrew, if you're going to cold call Dr. Will, if you're going to cold call Dr. Tangi, then make sure you put in the effort, make sure you put in the work to maximize that cold call, or you're just wasting your time. Again, cold calling is not bad, but don't waste your time as you are cold calling. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today. We move forward to help you live your best life or start or grow your business. Ding, 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 ding. This article says, I'm the former VP of HR at Microsoft, rather. I've witnessed, maybe I shouldn't drink coffee while I'm talking. Maybe that's why my voice is slurring. I'm the former VP of HR at Microsoft. I've witnessed many bad managers in my career, and they almost all had these 4 traits. We'll dive into this, but let's hear from the people here. The musical web is saying, I have cold called my email subscribers yesterday and last week and made sales. There we go. And Deanna's chiming in saying, if you're going to cold call, have a strategy. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. We are here again, everybody, on the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray. Glad you're here today. Moving forward here, what are the 4 traits that bad managers have? 1, they are self-centered. Bad managers are self-centered people where it's all about them. Number 2, bad managers are input focused, inordinately focused on the inputs to their processes, not the output results of the team. Number 3, they're afraid of failure. A spinoff from obsession with image, these bad managers are deeply afraid of failure. Afraid of failure. Information hoarder. All of this leads to a manager who treats information as a precious commodity to be hoarded rather than a gift to be shared. Managers like this are famous for the wrong reasons. They jack up things. They mess up things for their teams. If you have a manager like this, God help you, I don't know what to tell you. But bad managers, if you're one out there hearing my voice, there's no need for you to be a bad manager. You should be uplifting and amplifying your team and helping them move forward to success. Yes, we all have issues. We all have trauma. We all grew up a certain way. As my friend Scott Simon says, maybe you learned about something from somebody else and it wasn't so great. But there's always a chance for you to have a brand new day and be a better manager than you were yesterday. If you have a bad manager, at the very least you can do is go get another job. Request a transfer to the department, or at the very least, and you don't want to do this at the risk of your job, but what if you talk to them? Not in the height of anger, not in the height of confusion, not in a disrespectful way, but said, hey, listen, Mr. or Miss Manager, when you talk to me this way, I really don't like it. It makes me feel less than. When you talk to the team this way, you can get more out of us by bringing a smile. Bad managers, if you're out there, it's time for you to change. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Ding, 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 ding. Moving forward, I love Seth Godin's advice. Reading some advice here from Seth Godin. He has something entitled Omitting the Herbs. Check this out. Seth Godin says, Natasha, without salt, human beings don't survive long. But it's possible to eat for a month without tasting a herb. The food will sustain you. Herbs can be an expensive, non-obvious addition while also being a bargain if the goal is to create delight, interest, or satisfaction. As we digitize our interactions, the first things to go are the herbs. We strip away anything that's not obviously functional. The first interactions you have with an AI will leave you amazed and then a bit empty. And when a skilled user experience professional arrives, the first thing she does is add back the herbs. Tiny speed bumps, moments of tension, opportunities for traction or surprise. Don't leave out the herbs. Sometimes the herbs, the surprise, the delight, the moments of excitement are necessary in the things we do, says Seth Godin. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. We got so much more to cover today, but I think I'm going to close with this simple reminder. If you're joining us today, check us out at zoneofgenius.com. We got all this information for you. I want to ask you, are you clear on what you really, really, really want in life? The less clear you are, the less clear others will be. Do you want to even be in business? Ask yourself that. Are you hungry enough to have the success that you claim that you want to have? The pricing you have, is it premium or are you the cheapest product on the market? Your mindset is everything. And if you don't have the right mindset, it's hard to move forward in business. And I want you to ask yourself this one simple question. What do you do best and what can you get paid to do it? What's up, Deanna? Thank you so much. Robert Kennedy III is here. What's up, Robert? Thanks for always being around and uplifting. My name is Ramon, everybody. This has been a great show. This is, in fact, the Rundown with Ramon, and I'm glad you're here today. Check us out on the next Rundown with Ramon at a location near you. Go out and be a blessing to someone today. Let somebody know that you care. Let somebody know that you matter. And until next time, see you on the Rundown with Ramon. Thanks for being here.